Shalom and good day, all. This is Tehillim29 back again for some DC reviews, and in these DC reviews I'll be covering Tom Taylor's Detective Comics and also Dan Walter's Nightwing. I'll now get things ready and prepared for the first one that I'll be reviewing. So starting off with first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? In some essence it does, to which I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the internal art around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we catch up with Bruce Wayne, who's getting ready to meet up with Leslie Tompkins and also do some more research around what is happening in relation to this particular elixir. As we start to move towards the middle of the story, we catch up with what the Penguin is doing at the Iceberg Lounge. And of course, after Bruce Wayne Batman has caught up with Scarlet, as well as Joe Chill, and what's also happening within the story, he's trying to learn about the person who is running these operations. And of course, we have Scarlet revealing the name of someone by the name of Elixir. But the thing is, I feel it's more of a distraction to keep Batman away from the real person running the operation, just because of who Scarlet talks to before Batman turns up on the scene. And I want you to take note that this person is not actually a male that she's talking to. They're actually a female, and it looks like she holds accountability to them. And the person that's running this operation is also a female. So for the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the story. Now, considering how far we are issue-wise, did we get any comic book references to any of the previous issues? The answer is no, we didn't. So some points are actually lost there. Next is the time that is used, and we had later being brought up, but no indication as to how many hours or minutes later. The location, of course, is Gotham, as well as the Iceberg Lounge. There's sort of like the key places. The cast of characters consisting of Bruce Wayne Batman, Barbara Gordon Oracle. It's nice actually seeing Barbara Gordon being addressed more as Oracle instead of Batgirl. So, yay. Leslie Tompkins, Joe Chill, Evelyn Scott, Joseph. We had the Penguin, Vandal Savage, to which I think Vandal Savage is a better Justice League villain than a Batman villain, only because of his age and years. Of course, we have Clark Kent, or Superman, who made an appearance, Scarlet, and last but not least, the character known as Elixir, who is quite likely going to be a female villain. I'd imagine that Tom Taylor might be actually trying to prop up a new character who could be a little bit more of a threat, maybe a little bit more of a threat than Poison Ivy. But in this case, they work in the area of pharmaceuticals and medications. And I think that's something that doesn't sort of like get addressed much in some Batman stories. Considering Batman also has a number of pills for almost anything and injections for almost anything. So what is next? So for the overall story rating, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into Nightwing issue 124. So as we move into Nightwing issue 124, Does this cover in any way, shape, or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough, it does, to which I actually give it a 7.5 out of 10. Next is the area of the internal art, which we'll have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, but also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we catch up with Dick Grayson, who is trying to help out some of the gangs in Bloodhaven, and also wanting to put his own life on the line to help get a bit of a serum of sorts, or an antidote of sorts, by donating his own blood. But of course, don't you think that they would probably do a blood test of sorts to find out who Nightwing is? As we start to move towards the middle of the story, we start to move a little bit closer to some of the things that Cirque du Sin are playing a part of, and of course it looks like with what's happening with Cirque du Sin, he's also going to some form of hallucination of sorts, involving a villain who is connected to him. And last but not least, we get a little bit of betrayal of sorts. So, for the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the story. So, considering how far we are issue-wise, did we get any comic book references to any of the previous issues around this story arc? The answer is no, we didn't. Next is the area of time, to which we didn't get anything at all. Next is the location, to which a lot of this is taking place in Bloodhaven in Gotham. The key cast of characters consisting of Dick Grayson Nightwing, the Cirque du Sin. We had the Teddy Gang, the Fly Boys. We also had Barbara Gordon Oracle, which is really nice to see. Melinda Zuko, not Grayson. And someone kill her off. I just mean it. Someone kill her character off, and let's keep Dick Grayson an only child. And last but not least, the character known as Bryce, who we saw towards the end, and his role, which will be a little bit more revealed in the next issue. For the overall story rating, I give it a 7 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.